My mate robbed 10 kilos of white from my dad and his Irish business partners. Here's what happened. My dad was like, right, I'm flying in to Marbella on one particular day. Next thing you know, Danny has been summoned down there to answer questions with the Irish. And I'm the one who's taking him down there. Now, I don't know what the fuck is going to happen, yeah, but I've now got to drive all the way down to Marbella with Danny. And you know what? Danny knew who he was dealing with, who he just robbed. Forget my dad. He was nothing in the scheme of it, right? He was just the business part of it. But higher than that, who he just robbed. But let me tell you something. Danny didn't give a fuck. So now I'm driving down to Marbella, a 5-hour drive with Danny beside me, and Danny is pissed out his head, bagged out his nut. He's lining and racking them up all the way down there beside me. I'm not doing any, man, because I understand what's really going on here, you know. And some would say I was wrong taking him down there, but it was obvious it was him. And I was just a little bit disappointed at the way that they'd left it so long, and this lad had been able to buy a club in front of their faces and that. You know, where are you getting this money to buy a club from? I don't know what the geezer said, but he managed to blag his way out of it. But he ain't gonna be able to blag his way out of this one. And so really, I'm driving him down to Marbella, and I don't know what they're gonna do with him. I don't know whether I'm driving him to his death or what. You know, because as I say, 10 kilos, I'd say that's enough to die over, wouldn't you? I don't know. So I could be taking him down to his demise. This lad who's 2 years older than me, he's got nothing to live for. He's got nothing to lose. And I know he'd done it. He knows he'd done it. And now he knows that they know he's done it. And he still didn't give a fuck. He's still sniffing all the way down there, pissed out his nut, 5 hours straight. So my dad's flying in, and they're flying in from Ireland, north of England, all over to meet at McDonald's in Marbella. All this shit, everything happened at McDonald's car parks and shit. So I turn up at the McDonald's, and we drove all the way through the night at this point, and we were there first thing in the morning. So everybody turns up, and he's off his nut. I'm like, wipe the bag. You got bag all round your nose. Wipe your fucking nose, man. Danny's just about to get out the car and go into the McDonald's. And I said, Danny, just shut up. Just shut up, please, man. Yeah? For fuck's sake, just keep your mouth shut. He's gone into this meeting, and I noticed the car over there with 2 lads in it who looked Eastern Bloc, but thought nothing of it. And he's gone into this meeting, and they're all sitting there and they're fucking grilling him. They're in this meeting for like an hour, right? And they sat him down there, all these bosses. He still stuck to his story and denied it, right? And my dad told me what happened in the meeting, and they put it to him straight like this.
We sat round a table, there was me, him, and whatever his name is, that was it. And we sat there, and he pointed over to that car with 2 Bulgarians in it. Bulgarians or Romanians. He said, subject to what you say now, those 2 guys there, they're going to go up and slot, right? Because it's mouthing off about it, blaming them for nicking it.
Yeah.
They reckon they nicked their own load. It was all down to sort of see what happened, and he explained that he picked the van up from a car park, drove it into Navy, unloaded it, brought the car back, I brought the van back, and basically that was that. Next day he's gone in there to do the work, and fuck me, it's gone. But obviously what said was that they followed him to the Navy and they broke in and nicked their load back. That's what he was putting it down. And you know what, like, he could be a bit fucking gobby. So basically that's what happened. So I knew it was quite convincing.
But what did he buy with the money?
He bought a nightclub.
Danny comes in the motor, and I'm like, all right? And he was like, yeah, mate. And I was like, you fucking lunatic. I go, what the fuck happened? So he maintained the fucking story, and I don't know what happened to the other fella on the other firm, but clearly the blame got put onto that fella. And I don't know what happened, I don't know who the other fella was, but I know 2 firms, one got the blame, I don't know. But all I know is I took Danny down there not knowing that at any minute he could have been taken away and killed. And he knew that. And he still didn't give a fuck. I don't know where Danny is these days. I know he left Spain. Probably a good job. And listen, he was a wild fella, but he was also a cool fella, you know what I mean? But to do some shit like that, rob 10 key off the Irish, and look him in the eye and say, nah mate, it weren't me, and bought a nightclub, and still stuck to his fucking story like a proper G. I don't know too many people that wouldn't have folded under questioning who he was questioned by. And I'm never going to say, but serious people who everybody, all of them ended up doing life, put it that way. Danny, 24 years old, sailed off into the fucking sunset. I mean, the club went under, you know, but it was just the audacity that he bought that club after robbing them. Shout out to Danny, because I don't know where you're at, man. I don't know whether you're still alive, but shout outs to you, bro. Fucking lunatic. Anyway, that's the story of my mate robbing 10 kilos of white off my dad and his gangster partners. I hope you learned some lessons by this. Stay off the drink. Drink is the worst one. Anyway, Monday you go.